Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Got a lively chat already, but I will catch up with the chat in just a second here. The first thing we need to do is we need to get through these ads. I forgot how I start these things. Oh yeah, before I get into the stream that we're doing today, I want to remind everyone that Gunforged is available for purchase. It's my first commercial release as a full-time indie dev, so it's a great way to support my work, and also I think it's a relatively fun game. So if you're interested, check it out. It's a 2D roguelite shooter. I might have said that already, but that's okay. And if you do end up playing it, leave a review. I'd appreciate it. And also, I've got my Udemy courses available for sale. These will teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. This is the Survivor style course one, but I've also got a C# one. And I've got another one in progress, which is a GDScript course that covers the process of making an online cooperative multiplayer game with server authority. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's going to be coming out relatively soon. But yeah, this is also a great way to support me, and it's a great way to kickstart your Godot learning journey. I think that these courses are relatively comprehensive. They teach you basically everything. You'll get a little bit of UI design, you'll get composition in terms of making the gameplay nodes and scenes that you need. There's saving and loading, and of course, ample scripting. So you're basically going to see everything that goes into making a full game in these courses. So check those things out. They're linked in the description below, and let's get into it. So today I am going to continue on with what we were working on yesterday, which was adding an event for the artifacts. So I still need to make a basic event container so that we can actually select the artifacts, but we will handle that in just a second here. Hello, Ito Makes Games, welcome back. Kitty Az, good to see you, welcome back. Magic Man, hello Balato, changed your profile pic. Oh, that's kind of creepy. Pleasure to listen in while drawing my art assets. Absolutely, welcome back. Glad to have you here again. Gambling minigame where you bet blood. Yeah, I've always liked gambling minigames in roguelikes. So I think what I might try to do is like some kind of tavern tabletop game or something. Something really simple though, something like Liar's Dice maybe, or something simpler, I guess. Hello Yeet, welcome back. Emerson, good to see you again. What happened to all the messages? Did all the messages disappear? Oh, any key retracted. Why are there so many retracted messages? The 99, I saw your message before it got retracted, the 99-cent gambling or whatever. This is funny. An event that randomizes a stat on a card can be good or bad. Randomizes a stat. So it just changes the numerical values of an ability. Is that what you're thinking? Kind of hard to do microtransactions in a game you've charged money for. Yeah. I guess so. I don't have any experience with microtransactions. Skin microtransactions are DLCs, yeah. Hello, Ribdot. Or Ribdo. Good morning, never caught the start before. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Glad you were able to catch the stream. Swap card for completely random different card. That's a good one. How many copies has Gunforged sold at this point? I haven't checked. That's the honest answer. I stopped checking like a month and a half ago. I guess I could look it up. I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to be easy to see? 2,100 copies. So, you know, it's all right. It was decent. I don't think many people can say they sold 2,100 copies of a game on Steam, so I'm happy with it. It's a moderate success, but we need bigger successes into the future. Do you have a shader course, or is it already part of each course? Each course, generally speaking, has a very small shader introduction, and that's true of the online cooperative multiplayer course I'm doing as well. but it's not comprehensive. It's like a lesson where you do like a small shader. Hello, XEO. I don't think I retracted any messages. I'm on my phone, so maybe something got bumped. Maybe YouTube's anti-spam measures removed it too. Or tie that in with the gambling system, put up a card, and if you win, you get a bonus. Oh, that's a good idea. So instead of gambling for currency, you gamble for card buffs. You mentioned you don't use SQLite. I've never worked with large projects, but whenever I need to save data, I find its selection options to be much more comfortable than working with JSON. Yeah, SQLite can be fine, especially for more complex data sets. I think the issue is that I don't know how well that works with Godot, because you'd have to ship the SQLite database with, or functionality with Godot, like your exported game. I'm sure that's possible, I just don't know how that would work. There's a GD extension wrapper for SQLite. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Cool. That's good to know. Yeah, I could see that being useful, for sure. The numerical values can be attack speed, crit chance. Yeah, I got you. We all love gambling here, true. Is that a 20% wishlist conversion? That's awesome. Is it 20%? Yeah, kind of. I don't know how many wish lists it has. I think maybe a little bit under, maybe somewhere between 10 and 20%, I think. So that is, I guess that is good. Card idea deals damage of all of your cards together divided by 3. Oh, interesting. I know SQLite was supported in Godot 3 and not 4. It sounded iffy. Yeah, it looks like it's supported with a GD extension. Okay, but anyway, let's go into the artifact now. So we need to create an artifact event state machine. State machine. Which one do I want to copy? Which one do I want to copy? Let's copy this one. New file, artifact, event, state machine. Artifact event state machine. Let's see. Enemy board created event handler. So that's not useful, so we'll get rid of this. We're going to need an artifact container. I already have an artifact container, which is a different thing. Scenes. UI. Oh, I already have an artifact container. That's unfortunate. Well, we'll just create a new scene. Artifact event container. We're going to change this type to a VBox container. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So what are the elements that we need in here? First, let me add a script to this. Scripts UI artifact event container game.ui.artifact. So this is going to become artifact event container. Get rid of this, get rid of that. So these are not useful anymore. We do have the context. Let me see. Yeah, so context.seededrun.get shop configuration. No. Public artifact configuration. Get artifact configuration for node. So this becomes get artifact configuration for node, context.current node. Hold on a second. I just want to check something. I need to add an excluded event type. I wonder if it'd be easier. It might be easier just to specify. Okay. Let me change something really quick. I'm jumping around a little bit, but that's all right. Where the heck? Here, let's change this to included event types. Oh, okay, so not start, not combat, not shop, alchemy enchant, grow board, max health, upgrade card, booster, maybe not booster. Yeah. Included event types, so shop events. That's going to be better because as I add event types, I don't want to have to come and update this every time. So instead of specifying the shop, the events to exclude from the shop, I'll just make it a specific list of things. Okay, all right, so that's good. Get rid of this. Anyway, context seeded run, so var configuration is equal to context.seeded run get artifact configuration for node. We're going to want to create an artifact container. Public artifact event container create artifact event container. Okay, we'll go to game UI. Artifact event container in there. Okay. Artifact container is equal to context game UI create artifact event container. Artifact container, let's see. Okay. Goodness gracious. So we got this basically set up. So now I need to actually do the things. Configuration.artifacts. Public void set artifacts. Is this an I think it's an artifact resource. Okay, configuration. Why is that not working? Oh, it's not. Okay, cool. All right. Ready to see some pixel art? No art today, I can feel it. We might do some art. I don't know, we'll see. Hello, Felitao. Just started your survivor's course. Really good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Python doesn't have built-in events, and I feel like a caveman every time I have to write a singleton from my own event handler. Really liked how Godot signals work. Yeah. I think the observer pattern is very, very useful. I'm surprised that Python doesn't have one. Hello, Kelso. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hello, Aaron. Welcome back. I noticed that you tend to create a simple node scenes with script attached, even for things that could just be scripts. What are the pros, cons of doing that instead of simple script, e.g. game events? I think it's mostly just for consistency. Like, I know that autoloads can be plain scripts, but I don't know, I kind of, if I'm mixing autoloads, like some autoloads are scenes and some are scripts, I just prefer to be consistent, really. Because I've been burned a couple of times where I'm like, well, I added this thing to this autoload scene, but it's not it's not showing up in the game, and it turns out, oh, I was actually loading the script of the autoload rather than the scene of the autoload. So I like to get in the habit of just being consistent, even though you can do both things. So if you make each autoload a node, for instance, and you just link the scene in the autoload section, then you can just go ahead and add new things to that autoload node, like other nodes or whatever else. And that's automatically reflected. But that's just a personal preference thing. There's no reason you can't do it the other way. I just prefer to be consistent and leave the flexibility open for me. And I don't think it, because like at the end of the day, the script gets instantiated as a node anyway and added to the tree. So doing the extra step of connecting that to your own custom scene really doesn't change it functionally, and then just opens the door for you to be able to go in and just add nodes and have those automatically picked up. But again, it's not a big deal at all. It really isn't. It's just something that it's just a consistent way in which I do things, you know. To make it more easy to develop game, should I look for what others have handled and see some templates on how to organize the game? Is there any place you know of Godot example projects? Well, there are example projects in the demos, the Godot demos. Yeah, looking at other code can be helpful, but I think the demos are a good place to start, and yeah, I don't really know of a repository of like example projects beyond that. But yeah, I would look at that. Maybe like some of the bigger tutorial channels like Brackeys. I don't know if they make the final projects available for download, but you don't necessarily have to watch the tutorial if you can just find the tutorial or the course that gives you the download. You can maybe use that. There are templates in the asset library. That's true too. Artifact idea, damage buff based on enemy health. More damage when more enemy health. That's a good one. Python is always considered to be that language that is bloated with all the things that it doesn't need, but in reality it lacks so many things. Imagine having to import a package for an abstract class. Oof. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Python. But, you know, if it works, it works. So now I need a way of actually selecting these artifacts. So I'll handle the artifact selection first. I don't know to what extent I want to merge these things though. Oh, well, we already have this artifact display. So what I could potentially do is add a child node HBox container. Instantiate scene artifact display. Let's shrink this to the center. Okay. We'll make this a placeholder. Access as unique name, load as placeholder. We're going to need a tooltip as well. We're going to need a tooltip as well. Do I want to pull this tooltip out into a separate scene? I think I might want to do that. Let's save branch as scene. Artifact tooltip. Artifact tooltip. Okay. Go into here, artifact tooltip. Make this visible by default so we can see it. Let's add a script to it. Okay. Game.artifact. Game.ui.artifact. we're going to need these things. I'm going to make this a little bit more generic, I think. So I'm going to say public void register artifact display. Okay. I'm hungry already. Gee dang it. How am I supposed to get through my morning? You're about to get hangry, Firebelly. I'm just kidding. Hello, Marcos. Welcome. Hello, Roman V. Odin Lang has been my go-to for game dev lately. Makes me wish I started off learning C in college instead of Java. Interesting. I've never heard, maybe I've heard of Odin Lang, but I've never checked it out to any real degree. Yeah, thank you everyone for helping Aaron out with the asset library stuff. Pi Harbor, what does Python lack? Oh, there we go. Question for you, Kenny Az. Fat Kid Games, welcome back. I'm starting to learn not to put everything into one scene and make separate scenes and instantiate. Yeah, that's a good impulse for sure. And it's a good impulse for sure. And you'll get more comfortable with when it's appropriate to do that as you do it more. Artifact, resource. Oops. Just fix one thing at a time here. This is actually mostly just tooltip code here. Okay, so we've got our artifact tooltip. So now this becomes an artifact tooltip. On artifact added, what I would do is I would just say artifact tooltip dot register artifact display, artifact resource. I can get rid of these things. Then I can get rid of this. Then I can get rid of all of this and that. And also, no, that's right. Okay. So that artifact container becomes very bare bones now. So now all I need to do for the tooltip is I can register any number of artifacts with the tooltip, and that should automatically work. I'm so confident that's going to work that I'm not even going to test it. And we will witness later in the stream when I get burned by that. So now in here, I'm actually going to add shoot. I'm going to change this to a margin container, actually. Margin container. And then I'll instantiate the tooltip under that. Oh, actually, I need to make a control node. Okay. Here. Make this ignore. Okay. That'll work. Access is unique name. So we've got the placeholder. Node private instance placeholder, artifact display placeholder. Node private artifact tooltip, set artifacts for each var artifact in artifacts. Artifact display, create instances, artifact display, set artifact, artifact tooltip. Nice. Thank you, AI. Thank you, thank you. I think that's it. I think that's it. Obviously, there's no functionality here yet, but I think this will work. How am I doing these other events? Booster container. I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, do I have these? Hold on. Fill and fill. Get rid of that. Artifact event container. Yeah, this should be okay. Let's make this ignore. Make this ignore. That's ignore already. Let's just make sure all of this is ignore. Ignore. Ooh. Ignore. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see if this works. So let's do something fun. We'll go to my seeded run here. I have this oh wait, where is it? Assign. What? Huh? Where's my assign node types? Oh, run map generator. Oh, I see. So assign node types test. Event type is equal to event type artifact. So I have a little test method in here that I can turn on to generate events of a certain type. So let's see if it works. Good morning, Vaughn. Hello, Ali. Welcome back. There aren't many commercial games made in Odin just yet. Do you think it's worth streaming my game development on YouTube to fill that niche? Yeah, I think anytime you identify a niche, it's a good idea to go on YouTube with it and just see how it goes. I think, you know, I was an sort of early adopter of Godot 3, so I think I filled that niche pretty quickly. And that's just, I mean, yeah, once you find a niche in anything, and I think it's good to, for lack of a better word, exploit it. Exploit kind of has a negative connotation, but that's what you're doing when you fill that niche that's available. With my Survivors course, one thing that I did is I knew that Godot 4 was coming out, so I recorded the Survivors course on Godot 4 beta so that I could release the course as soon as Godot 4 was available. And so like my course was like the first Godot 4 course on the scene on Udemy, which was a huge thing. So yeah, capitalizing on those niches and those opportunities I think is a great idea. Absolutely. I'm sure there would be a lot of people who would be interested to see what real Odin development looks like. Look at Mr. Confident over here that never backfires. Let's see. Go into the artifact here. And it broke. Oh. I just forgot to add this to my state machine. Case event type.artifact. Event state machine equals new artifact state machine. Okay, let's try it again. How did you choose the palette for your game? I just scrolled low spec until I was like, ooh, that one looks nice. I knew kind of what I was looking for. I wanted to do like a dark fantasy necromancer kind of game. So obviously any bright, colorful palettes were not going to be good choices. But yeah, it was mostly just scrolling through low spec, finding something that I liked. I have a Udemy account through work, but neither of your courses show up as available through it. Is it intentional or am I missing something? I don't think my courses are part of Udemy Business, and I think probably what your account is a Udemy Business account, which is like there's a subset of courses available through that. I don't know how to get my Udemy courses into the business program either. I've changed the settings to make them eligible for the business program, but I guess Udemy has chosen not to include them, so. Do you think I should start doing jams? I did a bunch of courses in Unity, and yours will be my second in Godot. I know I'm capable of making something okay, but the thought of jams makes me nervous. Yeah, you should be nervous about game jams. That's the point. It's like the first couple of times you do game jams, and it never really goes away, but you're going to be anxious the whole time because you're going to be worried, can I get this done in time? And that's really part of the fun. And also being nervous about like how players are going to receive your game, what they're going to say about it. That's almost kind of like what makes it fun, is like this like low stakes anxiety that that makes it exciting. So I would say, yeah, you should be nervous. That's normal. And I would encourage you to do it anyway, because that's what makes it fun. And it is a good exercise just generally for honing your skills. Have you ever tried making money with smaller prize pool jams? I don't know how I would do that. I did my first jam last week and it was a lot of fun. It was a week-long jam, so you have more time to work on it. Yeah, you can choose jams of different lengths too. Thank you very much for how to get better in pixel art video, improve my art at least 10 times better. You're welcome, Edo Makes Games. Yeah, I think that pixel art, like, those 5 tips, like, you can see an immediate improvement if you just apply those 5 tips. And I think it's super helpful. It's niche, not niche. I don't know, man. Is it a French word? I'll blame the French. Python is a language that lacks a lot of stuff by design, but I'd love to have pointers, memory, real multi-threading, and easier compilation so I don't have to use PyInstaller. I was a bit unsure about asking, but is there any issue if one of the mechanics in my game involves mixing weapon parts? The game is heavily inspired by Gunforged. No, there's no issue with that at all. I wouldn't even say Gunforged is particularly unique in that respect either. So yeah, go ahead. As long as your game is different enough and not an obvious copy of another game, I think it's fine. Like, yeah, you should be remixing ideas from different games. I mean, I'm doing that with this game, but I think probably all of you would agree that this game has its very own strong identity, even though it has a lot of similarities to games that already exist. After all, that's what a genre is, right? A genre is a collection of games that are all similar to each other in some way. So yeah, I would say go for it, you know? Just put your own spin on it and you'll be totally fine. You guys say Godot or Godot? Godot. Godot. That's what I say anyway. Appreciate you. Keep the grind going. I'm trying. I've been working so long. Like, I do these. So I recorded 2 course lessons this morning before the stream. Now I'm going to stream for another hour and a half or so. And then I'm going to eat lunch. Then I'm going to do a couple of hours of work at my part-time job. Then I'm going to edit videos. Then I'm going to record more videos. Then I'm going to edit those videos. And by the time that's done, it'll probably be bedtime. Oh, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. How do you get over the anxiety of presenting your game, and will you do it solo? Or did you do it solo? Oh, that's at Emerson. Godot. Godot, yeah. Where am I from? Makovka. Wait, I'm in the United States. I'm in Ohio. Ohio. I'm a Godot man myself, but I think that's how they said it. I think that's how they said it was supposed to be. It's GIF, not GIF. You know what I do for this? I always say graphics interchange format. It annoys everyone. So when you want to say, hey, dude, check out this funny graphics interchange format. Hello, Chris. Welcome back. There are small jams with over 100 people joined with the prize pool. Oh, interesting. I think what I would do is I would try to get a sponsor for that. If I could get a sponsor to, like, donate to the prize pool. Adam knows me too well. Adam knows me too well. That's cowardly to not take a stance. I mean, I think we're opening up a Pandora's box if we argue over this, because guess what? JPEG would have to become JFEG under a certain rule, because the P stands for photographic in JPEG. I'm joining a jam in less than an hour, but I don't know where to start with programming my own game instead of following a tutorial course. Any advice on how to not be overwhelmed? Yeah, just take it slow. Do one thing at a time. You're going to probably have to manage your scope. Your scope is probably going to end up being smaller than you anticipate. So I would be mentally ready for that. And I would say that, you know, focus on getting your game into as good of a state mechanically first, and then evaluate whether you need to add more mechanics or if you need to spend the rest of the time polishing. Just do one thing at a time. Get the thing you know you need done first, and then just step after step until you say, okay, there's enough in the game, or I'm running out of time. What I have now has to be good. So yeah. And also at the end of the day, you know, it's just a jam game. So, you know, if you don't get through it or it doesn't turn out that well, there are plenty of other opportunities to try again. So don't get too caught up in just this singular gem. You know what I mean? Are you planning to join GMTK 25? I am. Yes. That's a lot of pot. Yeah, true. Sponsor some AI company. Gotcha. You're welcome, Ezebia. Name of the game is Oil and Guns. It's a roguelite shooter where you combine two parts, body and barrel, with a car mechanic theme. To reload, you're going to have to perform a drift. That sounds fun. Yeah, that's a really cool take on that. All right, let's see if this works. Look at that. Oh, this needs to be gated to the screen width, though. This needs to be gated. Yeah, so, I never know how to write this, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat. Artifact tooltip. Rewrite this method so that the global position, so that the tooltip does not leave the screen. This is a Godot game in C#. I don't know if it has that context. This is one of those things where it's like I could figure it out myself, but oh, I have it on ask mode. Son of a bee. I want to put it on agent mode. Come on, Claude, do it. Godot is named after a real play that itself is also a debate to be Godot or Godot, but not Godot. Waiting for Godot. Waiting for Godot. Oh my gosh. I actually think it did okay. The one thing that I absolutely do not like is I don't like how it adds all these comments. I think I'm going to want to add a padding to this as well, but let's see. Oh, it's doing something different. It's flipping it around. Oh, interesting. It's changing the orientation if it goes off screen. Huh. That's not exactly what I wanted, but... I don't want it to be offset to the opposite side. I just want it to run up against the edge of the screen without exiting it. Thank you. Thank you, Claude. OMG, it's you. It's me. I'm here. I'm pretty sure the original developers, the correct pronunciation is, however you want to say it, is right. That's nice. Then I'm going to say it as, well, never mind. Spider egg venom, nice. Probably going to want some more spacing in here. Well, I don't even know why I'm doing this because I'm going to have to draw some art for this as well. But this is going to be a great little screen reference here. So we'll copy this. Okay, thank you, snipping tool. I actually don't know. Do I have any meetings today? I don't. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. So one other thing. Now add a padding of 8 pixels around the interior edges of the screen. Thank you. All right, we'll just check this one more time. There's a jam called Speed Jam where you can join as a developer or speedrunner. First developer makes speedrunnable games, and top 3 will get cash prizes. The 3 games will be speedrunned by speedrunners. Oh, that's cool. And speedrunners get cash prizes. That's interesting. That's an interesting idea to have a game jam that includes developers and players. I think that's actually really cool. My cat is being ridiculous right now. Hold on. He's being cute. Anyway. I think that's working great. Okay. Initial artifact container is now in place. So initial artifact container in place. Good. Hello, is Bjorn52. I'm coming from Unity and have been trying Godot recently, and I wanted to thank you for your very informative videos, especially the code review ones. Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy them. And thank you for your message, and welcome to the stream. Always good to have you here. Always good to have you here. I'm doing well. Thank you, Real Cruda. Meeting every weekday at 10:30. Oof. I don't like that 10:30 meeting time. It's like, it's smack dab in your morning, in the middle of your morning. It's like the most unproductive placement for a meeting ever. Because, you know, you start work at like 9, so you've got like an hour and a half to get into some deep work before you get a meeting. Then by the time the meeting is over, it's like 11:15, and lunch is in like 15 or 30 minutes. And it's like, well, that's not enough time to do anything. Like, if you're going to do a morning meeting, it should be at like 9:15. You know what I mean? Release when? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Hopefully in a reasonable amount of time. Oh, your icon is adorable. What is this? I didn't even pay attention. Oh, it's a little penguin. That's nice. Yeah. It's for an old game I made for a game jam. I like it. It's very cute. You should add cat belly to the game. Yeah, I might. I could add a sphinx cat. I think sphinxes are sufficiently sort of exotic. I go 4 steps forward and 10 steps backwards in less than 23 hours. Ugh. Yeah. My lunch I set at 1 p.m. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So I'm actually going to take my break a little bit early here. And then when I come back, we are going to get into some pixel art. I'm going to start doodling on some ways to present these artifacts. No, what are you doing, Asprite? You're downloading? Okay, anyway. New file. We'll just do this. Save this in this here. Timelines. Oops. What? Oh, I'm in the wrong episode, or the wrong folder here. What am I doing? Assets. UI. I think it goes in here. Jeepers. Artifact. I think artifact, yeah. Just call this artifact here. Okay, so we're gonna start doodling on some art. I don't have any good ideas for this. Well, I want to do like a dig site I have no clue if a dig site is going to work well. What I'm thinking is if I can get this to look decent, like an archaeological site, where I've maybe got a hole in the ground, and then the hole has 3 pedestals coming out of it, and each of the upgrade options are on each of the pedestals. I think that's going to be okay. And yeah, it should be fine. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, but the level, 2 minus 2, way longer than I should have. Oh, you're talking about Emerson's game. Nice. Hello, Snup Bill. Welcome back. And we've got the message Yummers. We love that message, don't we, folks? Welcome back, Snup Bill. Always good to see you. Welcome, welcome. I had something cool to show you about the scene, actually. Google City of Tanis map room environment. Okay. City of Tanis map room environment. Oh, this is Indiana Jones? Nice. Let's see. Yeah, something like ancient Egyptian might be cool as a theme for this one. Yeah. With hieroglyphs on the wall and stuff. I think that would fit into the game pretty well. Maybe we'll take that approach. Yeah, I think that sounds good. I'll keep this up just in case I want to reference it again. Artem, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, we got those Yummers. Everyone loves the Yummers. It's become a staple of this here stream. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to take a quick break, 3-minute break, and when I come back, we're going to start doodling some of the environment for this event. In the meantime, please check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways you can support my work. I'll be right back in just 3 minutes, and we'll continue on. Oh, I'm back. I guess the stream bugged. Am I back? Did it unpause automatically? What happened? I'm gonna have to go back and watch the VOD. Am I live? Am I still going? A Nazar that increases crit chance. I don't know. When did it leave the intermission? I don't know. Hopefully you didn't see anything incriminating. That's okay. I don't do anything anyway except just like set my drink down. Anyway, I'm gonna have to figure out why that happened. It did it while I was gone? Oh, you know what? I think I know what happened. I set my drink down and I spilled liquid on my, I spilled water on my keyboard. Not like a lot, just dripped it on it. So I wiped some stuff down, but what I may have done is bumped something that switched the scene. So that's probably what happened. Anyway. Hopefully you did not hear me using the restroom. That would be embarrassing, but oh well. Anyway, let's see. Okay, good. Everyone, okay, so the stream is normal. Thank you, Emerson, with the... Oh, Emerson stealing your message, Snupbill. With the $5, is that Brazilian real? I wish YouTube would elaborate on what these currencies are, but thank you so much, Emerson. Very much appreciate that. That's very generous. Thank you, thank you. And yeah, glad you're here. The cat was doing magic. We saw the cats discuss government secrets. Oh no. I have to confess something. When I came across your channel, I misread your name as Firebelly. Now my GitHub repo is called Firebelly 2D Survivors Course. Sorry. That's okay. Yeah, my name is intentionally misspelled. It's a holdover from when I first signed up for the PlayStation Network back in the PS3 launch days. Somebody already had the name Firebelly that was spelled correctly. So I had to add an EY to the end of my name. But I think it's kind of nice. It's a little bit more unique, a little bit more namified, you know? It's kind of funny how we get our online names and they just stick, you know what I mean? Like I could never change my name. I could never change away from the name Firebelly. It's just like, it's as much a part of my identity as my real name is. As sad as that might be. I don't think it's sad. I think it's just kind of fun. Anyway, let's do something here. So I'm gonna pull out these artifacts. So let's do this. We'll call this reference. I'm gonna pull out these artifacts. Oh shoot. Okay, let's do this. Cut those, paste those there. Paste that in here. Oops. Okay, now we can do shift. Cut that. Paste that there. Okay. Artifact 1. Artifact 2. We'll just rename this one to Artifact 3. Okay, let's just outline all of these. Okay, and I'll just lock these, and I'll also lock the reference. So now I have these just that I can move around for the composition. Okay, so I'm gonna need to take a look at what size I want to make this. So how am I going to properly insinuate that this is a dig site with some kind of Egyptian theme? Let me just start, I'm just gonna start doodling a little bit. Okay. Maybe we've got like a shovel sticking out of here. Is that a good size? I think that's a good size. And then in the background here, let me think. So what I might do is something like... So again, this is just a doodle. I'm just trying to get some stuff in place, but do some like hieroglyphs here. I don't know how this is actually going to turn out, but we'll just doodle it and then we'll refine it, basically. I'm just going to copy these a bunch of times. I'll draw new ones, but mostly what I'm focused on is trying to get just the theme in place. So this would go away. Let's get rid of that. I don't know how to actually present this as a wall in here. So let me look at the reference here. Actually, what I'm going to do is let's do how do you spell hieroglyph? Hieroglyph wall. Let me see if there's anything useful here. I don't really see anything that I'm looking for. I'm looking for more like a maybe Egypt tomb with hieroglyph wall. Let's see. Card idea. Where is the card idea? I didn't see a follow-up card idea. Oh, wait. Yeah, I don't see it. Did your message get deleted, Makovka? Lemore Yummers. I don't mind. Lemore Lo Yummers. I thought the belly part was referring to a cutified bell. Oh, no. That's not what it refers to. Artifact idea. Get blood based on damage dealt. That's an interesting one, too. Yeah. Also applies bleeding effect. Bleed would be in it in the one. It was not Firebelly with normally spelled all along. It was not, no. I know I get inspired by real life mechanics or banger. It's actually Firebell like Tinkerbell. User names tend to stick. My dad made an account for me ages ago and just asked me to name an animal and a number, and so my name is the Swedish word for polar bear. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's what happened. Firebelly sounds like a dragon with constipation to me. You should totally have an Azir and Shurima hieroglyph, or however the heck you spell that. Yeah, I should. And you spelled it correctly. Or no. Did you spell hieroglyph correctly? Oh, it's H-I-E. I first. That's not correct. Best place to ask for advice. I was going to have my crafting scene for cards as a whole scene. So inventory, etc. all in one. I am best splitting this up into their own scenes. Yeah, I think that's a good approach. Yeah, I don't think that kind of... I mean, I don't know exactly what you're doing, but it sounds like, yeah, that kind of thing would be best broken up into scenes with their own discrete... responsibilities. This is going to be a little bit hard. Maybe I'll focus not on the background so much right now. We'll just leave that in place. I might make these icons smaller or something, but what I want to do is I want to do a kind of like pit. If it works. Again, just doodling here. Oops. Let's move these out of the way for a second. Move those out of the way for a second. Let's do maybe like a, let's see, pillar. So we can do a pillar like this, coming out of the pit, maybe. Yeah. Something like that. Put that there. What I might do is, oops, duplicate this, flip it. Oh. That is probably not going to work. So I guess I'll just have to redraw it. Anyway, so we'll do something like that. If I take this artifact now, so like this artifact could be sitting here as an option. And then, yeah, I would just draw probably a more upright version of this pillar. So I might actually just cheat here. Do this and then just clean it up. Doesn't look bad, actually. Okay, and then I'll just do the same thing again. Duplicate, boom, rotate. Put that over there. Clean up these edges. That works. Okay. How are we feeling about this so far? I think what these pillars would have to go behind the background though. Or in between. They'd have to go, okay, let's do this. New group. We'll call this pillars. Pillar 1, pillar 2, pillar 3. So those are the pillars. Let's hide those for now. This background portion. So I think I should have broken this up a little bit better, but that's okay. Mound, put that there. So the pillars can go in between the mound and the background. Like so. Gonna have to cut up that pit a little bit as well. Actually, I think that's probably good. Okay, I was doing this as a whole scene and noticed a lot of issues, just deleted it and restarted. Sometimes that's an approach, yeah. Cheating is really just the application of all available resources, yeah? That is true. Are we feeling okay about this? I think it's probably okay. What I might do is, for the background here, I might just add some rocks or something. Make that seem a little bit less even. For this dirt here, do I want to make it look like a tile floor maybe or something? How would I even do that? That's a good question. Okay. I'll have to figure that out a little bit better, but that's okay. So we got the mound here. Let's hide the pillars in the background. Let's maybe focus on the mound a little bit. That looks kind of weird. That's right. This shovel here. Almost there. That'll work. I've got a lot of shovels in this game. There's a lot of digging going on, I guess. That looks weird to me for some reason, but oh, maybe it's just... Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, for the mound, do an outline there. Might do a double thick outline. Cool. Okay, so with the background in place, the shovel will just sit right in there. I'll highlight all this stuff too. I just need to get everything in place first. I wonder if I even need... Do I even need this hieroglyphics? I think it would be a nice touch, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, you know? Pillars just need some cracks and maybe glyphs on them too. Yeah, I could move the glyphs onto the pillars instead and not have this background element there. I think that this generally is looking okay. Just like from a composition standpoint, obviously I need to highlight and do the actual detailed drawing, but I think the composition looks okay. And I could even see this animation being such that these pillars pop out of the ground and like shake the camera and maybe emit some particles. So they could just come in one at a time, you know, so like pillar 1, boom, 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 or it would be boom, boom, boom. And there's your options. So yeah, I might not even need that background element. This might be enough. I think I do want to change the positioning of this pillar. Nope. Why is this pillar 3? No, this is not right. This is pillar 3. This is pillar 2. Okay, pillar 3. Move that one over just a little bit. Move this one over a bit. Artifact 3. Put that there. Probably will have the artifacts maybe animated as well a little bit. But I think this is looking okay. Another guy on YouTube was talking about prototyping everything in separate projects and integrating them. That's nuts. Yeah, I don't know why you would do that. I mean, if you want to prototype, you could prototype everything inside of the same project. You would just have, like in Godot, you would just have a different root scene for each of your quote-unquote prototypes, you know? I think you can do irregular shaped tiles. I think it's better here. Yeah, I'll try that. Yeah, you're welcome. What's up? Hello, Arion. Welcome back. I like having a wall in the background, though. It shows you are in a ruins, not just a random hole in the desert. Or have like a destroyed wall in the background instead, maybe. A destroyed wall is interesting. I'll do the wall. Let me focus on these elements first, and then I'll do the wall. So I'll take this. Oops. Take this. And we'll call this like background wall. Put that there. And I'll just hide that for now. We'll bring that back in a second. So this, let's see. Okay, so this mound, shovel, so background. Let's get rid of the mound and the shovel. I think this, I'm gonna get rid of this for now. We'll fix that up in a second. Okay. So the problem is that I need these pillars to be situated inside of the hole, basically. So that means I basically need to take all of this. Oh my gosh, this is going to be a little bit interesting. I'm going to change this instead. Let's do this. Hole background. Put that there. And then I'm going to call this one hole foreground. And then put the pillars in between. I always forget the rendering order. These need to be reversed, I think. Yeah. So now if I take this whole foreground here and I outline it. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay. That'll be fine. Oh, goodness. So whole background. I am going to fill this in as part of the background. Doesn't need to be perfect. A lot of these elements are going to be overlaid with each other. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. There we go. Put the pillars in there. And this is not going to look, I mean, this is what it's going to look like in the thing, in the game, in the thing. So this whole foreground here, this is where I need to add a little bit of an outline here to create a separation between this front edge and the pillars. So go ahead and do that. Okay. Background. Oops, wrong one. And then I'm going to need to outline the pillars as well. But that will come. I'm not going to outline those yet until I've actually drawn or finished the pillars. But so this is what we end up with. That here looks a little bit awkward, so I might take this whole foreground here and I might just bring that up a little bit. Might need to bring this left pillar over actually. Just a little bit. The left pillar will be outlined as well. So what that's going to look like when this is outlined is that it will have that nice shape there. What I could also do is I could actually create a darker shadow there, which makes it look like it's more inset into the pit there. I could also bring the pillars down a little bit. What does that look like? If I take these pillars and I just move them down a bit, that might be okay. Make them look a little bit more centered in the pit there. Only problem is that this pillar gets, it clips through right there. So what I'm gonna have to do then is probably just create a big, I don't know what you would call it, like a skirt here. Just create a big skirt. Like so. Oops. Fill that in, fill that in. Okay, and then when I go back into it, that pillar no longer clips through because there's that skirt there obscuring it. I think that looks good. I really like how, yeah, everything just feels very naturally and organically placed together. I think that's good. I might actually move. No, I shouldn't move the mound. I'll just leave it the way it was. I could move the shovel a little bit though, so it's off. I don't want it overlapping with the pillar necessarily, so I'll just do that maybe. Yeah. Okay. Are all artifacts supposed to be free? If not, could maybe be cool if the price was a glyph on the pillars. Yeah, they're gonna all be free, at least in this event here. You can purchase artifacts from the shop, but yeah, they're gonna be free here. Also, I realize I don't know anything about this project other than it looks cool. If you could give a quick overview of the idea. Yeah, sure. So this game is a collectible card game, grid inventory management auto battler, where the hook of the game is that you can alchemize cards together, which means that you can combine several different cards into a single card that has the abilities and properties of all of them to create cards that are more powerful than they otherwise would be. It's got a necromancy, alchemy / medieval science theme, and yeah, and it's going to be in a roguelite formula. So in terms of auto battler, think things like Backpack Heroes or The Bazaar, but wrapped in a roguelike formula and with this necromancy, alchemy, medieval science theme, where you can like alchemize cards together. That's the idea. And yeah, it's going all right, I would say. I think the art is looking pretty good, generally speaking, so I like that. Hello, Rin. Welcome back. Good to see you again, always. The mound seems too big. Yeah, I can see that. Maybe we'll fix that. Elevator pitch time. Yeah, I gotta get better at the elevator pitch. I need to like nail it down. Hello, Parallel Highway. Welcome back. Always good to see you. Okay. 63 viewers. Goodness. Got so many viewers today. To me, the mound looks odd right now because of the heavier outline. Well, let's see if we can fix it. Yeah, I think it just looks weird with the single outline as well because it's still got the heavier outline in here, in between the parts. But then it looks weird with just the single outline here. I wonder if I do a mixture of both. If I take this and I just make this part heavy over here. Might need to make the pillars darker at the bottom too. Does that look better or does that still look odd? More people become Godot user. Yeah, that's true too. All right, we'll worry about the mound in a second here. What I want to do is I want to get to these pillars now. So let's get rid of this whole background, whole foreground. Let's see if we can get some oops. Get some unique shapes on these whatchamacallits. What are these things called? Pillars? Let's get the reference out of here. Actually, I probably do need the reference still. I do want to make the bottoms of the pillars less dense. Actually, you know what I could do is I could do... Let me think about this. I could put like little clumps here. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to keep this color. I'm just experimenting here. That doesn't look quite right either. I'm just experimenting. Just experimenting. That looks pretty good, actually. Looks like maybe sandstone or something. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all. I am going to make this a little bit thicker down here, though. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Add some chips into the stone as well. Actually, it looks kind of awkward to put it there. Maybe if I did it more toward the top. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. Do I want to add little... No, that's not going to look good. Probably add little... Well, I'm going to want... I know I'm not finishing any of my statements. I'm gonna want some hieroglyphs or something on the pillar itself. I think that looks okay. That doesn't look great. I'm thinking maybe less is more here. I don't know if I want to go overboard with decorating the pillars. Just make them look a little bit beat up, I think is probably okay. It will look fine when you shade them in. Yeah, I think so. The rocks, yeah. I think, well, let's try it now. Let's just see what it looks like. Put that there. Probably actually going to want another one here. Oops. I should have maybe done these rocks on a different layer, but that's all right. I think that's okay. Glad to help with the viewing numbers. Yeah, thank you. Very early here. Should still be in bed. Yeah, I know. It's like middle of the night for you, isn't it? What if in the front hole sprite had a dither pattern to shade the pillars as they're animating up? I haven't really made use of a whole lot of dithering in this project, so I'm kind of wary of doing it too much. We will see how it looks. I mean, there's going to be particles probably when the pillars come up, so that's going to be masking a lot of the sprite anyway. So I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. And I just spent all that time drawing that, and turns out it's obscured by the foreground for the most part. But what I can do is I can cheat, and I can take these here. I will take these, and instead of redrawing them, I will copy them and paste them over. Maybe I'll just flip them. Oh, wait, I can't flip them. What am I thinking? Oops, this is supposed to be pillar 3. Pillar 2. Oops. Not Shift V. And we're just going to rotate these a little bit. Okay. And we'll just, oops, clean some of this up. I think what I might need to do is do this. Yeah. So then pillar 2, let's do it here as well. Pillar 1, I'm going to do that here as well. Don't tell anyone that I just copy and pasted that a bunch of times. I don't want people to think that I'm a fake artist by doing that, so just don't tell anyone, please. Thank you. Okay. I think this is all right. Let's see. You can't see that anyway. So that's actually kind of perfect. The only place you can tell that they're copied is like this part and this part, but yeah, I'm not too terribly worried about that. Honestly, maybe I should move this pillar 3 over a little bit. Yeah. Yep, I think that's okay. Now, one thing that's awkward about the pillar still is that I haven't outlined it. So let me outline pillar 1. So here, let's give it an outline. Oops, wrong pillar. That would be disastrous. Pillar 1. I should just lock the ones that I'm not working on. Give this an outline here. These are not necessary. I'm just going to trim this down. Doesn't need to be perfect, but just get it cleaned up a little bit, you know? Okay. Oops. Oops. Okay, we're getting there. How's development today? It's going well. It's going very well. I like it. I tell my wife more, less is more all the time. Oof. That's funny. It's not how big your pixels are, it's how you use them. Right. Just finished watching your pixel art video. Have you similar pixel art video upcoming cooking? I don't, Niller. But welcome back to the stream. Good to see you. Or welcome to the stream. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. 1 a.m. for you. Wow. Smart. Software to use to draw a sprite. Yes. Hello, art police. Yes, this man right here with the game art stream. Your punishment is drawing pixel art with a pencil on paper. Oh no. I think the shovel should be reroll button and also add sing with some hieroglyphs for skip. That's an interesting idea to make the shovel the reroll button for sure. Yeah, maybe something like that. Maybe I'll do something like that. I was not anticipating adding a reroll button to this screen. Dang it, I'm doing the wrong one again. Lock, unlock. Pillar 2, let me just make sure I'm doing the right one. Okay. So now let's make some... Just make some weathering, I guess you could call it. There's that. It's a little bit too much. I'm not going to put this over here. What am I missing? I think that's fine. I think it's okay. Put one down here. I think that's all right. And then maybe... I do want to add maybe glyphs to these things as well. Kind of want to add just a couple of these as well to this one. Okay. Goodness gracious. 2 events that have digging and IDK. How to feel about that? Well, I mean, there's not going to be like a digging animation in this one. It's just like a dig site, but I don't know what else to do. Like, an artifact comes from the ground, and so do graves. So I don't know. There's going to be plenty of other variety. Like, there's the enchant, the health that I'm working on right now. Looks a little bit different. So yeah, 2 digging, maybe too much, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'm gonna have a crazy muscular back. I got blisters on my fingers, yeah. Hello, you're a new guy, okay. Found your videos about Godot, real good stuff. Bought your C# course, which I will start on when I get home from boring software engineering jobs. Gotcha. Awesome, good to hear that. It's not a necromancer, he's just a thief with a robe. Could be robbing temples and stuff. That's true. That's true. Are you guys really gonna make me redraw this art now? Are you really gonna make me do it? Health screen is goated. Thank you, I appreciate that. You shoot an artifact down from the sky with magic, seal it from the heavens. Added another bottle to the health. Cool. I like this. Kineas comes in with the no, don't redraw. I knew Kineas was going to say that. No, I think maybe there will be opportunity for other like temple-oriented kind of things. There's plenty of room to do other themed event types, so I'm not too worried about this one. This one's gonna have a different animation. It's gonna feel different enough, I think, that it's not gonna be that bad, you know what I mean? He's always a magic man to me. Thank you, Bellato. All right, one more pillar to do. I'm getting tired of drawing pillars, let me tell you what. I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa. All right. I don't like that position there either. Let's see. Nope. Probably just do smaller chunks out of this. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. We'll just do this. I'm drawing on the right pillar, right? I think I am. Yes, Cat, what would you like? How can I help you, Sir Cat? This looks a little bit too wavy for my liking. I think that's good. Now what happens if I add these extra highlights here? I'm probably not going to want to highlight on that part, so let's not do that. Pillar 2. Let's see. Don't need to be that overboard with these brighter highlights, just very subtle. Probably not put one there. I think that's fine. Don't need to go overboard. Do I want to put stuff on it? Oh, I just messed this up, didn't I? Okay. Goodness gracious. Okay, pillar 1. Maybe we'll put one there. Pillar 2. Let's do one there. Oops. Yeah. Pillar 3. All right, let's see what it looks like with everything in place. Okay, we're getting there. These other pillars still need to be outlined, so let's do pillar 2. Pillar 2 is locked. Good idea. Oops. Okay. Pillar 3 now. Oi. Whew. Drawing lines is difficult. So painful. Okay. So there's what we're looking at right now. It's not finished, but how's it looking? If you were going to add glyphs, they could perhaps light up on hover. Ooh, that's a good idea. Yeah. Make the whole pillar selectable or hoverable. Did a really good job imitating a medieval peasant. Thank you. Literally drawing on the right pillar. Could make them green in case you're in a swamp jungle. It's a good idea. Yeah, these are the only green colors I have, so it would be kind of weird, but they could light up in like this blue color. So they could have like a glyph here. And then when you highlight over it, wah, you get the glow. And then I could even put like a little interior in here. Wah, you know? Do you like the sound effects? And then I would probably do some kind of like just rough outline here to separate it from the stone enough. I kind of like that glyph. It looks like a cute little goofy guy or something. I put that on the wrong pillar, but anyway. Actually, I think that these are wrong. I think that these need to be on the other side. To give the impression of it being engraved. Yeah, that looks better actually. Something like that. Actually looks really good, man. Thank you, Christopher. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Looking nice. Thank you, Isbjorn. Those pillars look like kind of stone golem's hand sticking out of the ground, and yeah, it looks good. It does kind of look like that, doesn't it? Ooh, that kind of gives me an idea. What if I put a giant golem head behind here? That would kind of be moving away from the Egyptian thing, and also it would be a massive amount of work. So, not sure I want to do that, but yeah, that would be cool, wouldn't it? They have to make that exact sound effect. Wah! I mean, that might sound good if I did that into Audacity or something, and then I like crunched it down a little bit. You might not even be able to tell it's a voice by the time you add certain post-processing effects to it. Meant the whole rock, but not the glyph. Yeah, I know what you meant. Yeah, yeah. Oh, no, the whole rock make green. Oh, yeah. Please add sound effects to the game. No, the game's gonna be silent. Yeah, when it gets on Steam, when you purchase it, it's just gonna be silent game. So, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, there will be sound effects and music in the game for the first playtest. What I'll probably do for the music is I'll probably AI generate the music just so that I can more rapidly iterate on like the theme and the style of music that I want to use. And then once I get feedback on how the game sounds and plays, and I'm pretty happy with how the vibe of the music is, then I'll hire somebody to create the higher fidelity track of the music that's in this, like, that feels the same but might be slightly different. I think AI is going to be a really good tool for like feeling out music and getting that all in place. Don't worry, YouTube recorded it for you. I'm actually recording locally too. Every stream I do, I also record it directly to disk in case I want to use it for something. Looks great, thank you. Very impressed with how good you are at pixel art. Thank you, Real Cruda, I appreciate that. The actual game will have this elevator open license music the stream has. True. Not the AI again, yeah. Stone Sphinx can still be Egyptian. Ooh, a stone Sphinx, yeah. Oh man, that's gonna really stretch my art skills though. So I do like that little glyph. I think what I would do, like I said, is I would, let's see, make it look like that at first, and then when you hover over it, light up. Do we like the glyph like that or no? I hate the idle music. It annoys me so much, the stream's background music. Well, I don't have that many options, I'm sorry. The only other option really is no music. Otherwise, I'm gonna get copyrighted to heck. Just gonna say hello. Hello, Dragon Apple. I like it, makes it seem more magical. Okay. I think it's too bright. I don't know what to do about that. I could change the colors. I don't really have any options though, unfortunately. Basically, the only option I have is this. So, oops. Only bright for the mouse over. Yeah, for the mouse over only, because it's gonna be, it'll be filled in like this when the mouse is not hovered over it. And then when you hover over it, it'll go boom. You know what I could do is I could actually, while it's in this mode, I could maybe give it a little bit of an outline here with this color. I'll just see if that would look good. Like it's emanating light. No, that doesn't look great. I don't think that color works. If I wanted to make it appear like it's emanating light onto the rock around it, I would have to use a similar color, but I don't have any such color, so. I mean, I could potentially just do something like this. I don't know, we could maybe make it work. We could maybe make it work. I like the music. The green mouse over it makes it seem more necro. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Like there's a reason the necromancer cares about it, yeah. What about replacing the shovel with a hammer and breaking the pillars open, revealing the artifact? The green colors you use can be the cracks. That is an interesting idea. Although I kind of designed the pillars to be just like have these on top of them. Which it looks like I need to move these back into place now. So yeah. I think it's coming along. It's coming along for sure. Just need to finish up the highlighting and figure out what I'm doing with this background wall here. If I want to include that. But I think it's a good size and everything. I think it's going to be great. It's basically, let's see. Wait, how's it going to look? This is basically the size that it's going to be when you're running the game. So this is what it would look like in the game view. You go over here, you go, oh, let's choose that one, choose that one, choose that one. I think it's good. I think the sizing is good. Yeah. I think the sizing is good. Maybe add some shadows on top. Oh, a pickaxe. A pickaxe is a better idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to rename this to pickaxe. I'm not going to draw it right now, but I'm going to rename it to pickaxe so that I get a reminder. Good idea. Don't put them on top. They're going on top. I'm sorry. I don't know where else to put them. They're going to be animated, though. They're going to be going like up and down like this, so they'll look like they're floating. Maybe I'll make them, maybe instead of resting on the top, maybe they'll be elevated slightly above. And then I give them an idle animation. That works better with the magic anyway. How does the artifact appear? I'm thinking that the pillars will burst out of the ground and spray a bunch of like particles or whatever. Hello, Chizuru. I actually requested your courses to be added to the company's Udemy so anyone can learn. Awesome. Your stone should be crushed, though. I expect you to double my pay. Quick, use AI to figure out 0 times 2. YouTube keeps breaking. What I could do is if I wanted to take the rock smashing thing, I could make these pillars spawn with rocks on top of them and then like have hammers come down and break them open, or the pickaxe can do it. Pickaxe can like hit them and they shatter open, revealing the artifact or something. Could definitely do some more animation to this, but we'll see. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna commit what I have. Feels so good to commit changes after a long session. Immortalize my work. Makes more sense. Crystals you crack, maybe. Yeah, something like a geode of some kind. I'll consider that for sure. Still very much a work in progress. Don't know exactly how it's going to look in game, but that's why you all are here. Help me think about this stuff. Okay, but anyway, that's going to be it for the stream today. I'm going to go eat some lunch and then get started on my part-time job. It never ends. The work never ends. I commented first. I got you. I got you. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here. Thanks everyone for watching. Very much appreciate that. Always good to hang out and chill with you guys. The get, add, and get, commit, do hit different. It does. It does. So again, check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways you can support my work. I'll be back at it tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, so I hope to see you there. And I hope that you, nothing wrong with the stream's music. Are you planning to add voice or narration? Always love those games that have that energetic mumbling. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Something like Diablo with the old grumbly voice, but yeah. Okay, take care everyone. Have a good day, and I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.